All right, so tonight I'm going to make another cooking video, and I wanted to clarify a few things here. I don't do these cooking videos, even my past ones from a few years ago, to get a pat on the back and, how good it looks or, how great, whatever. I don't do them for that. Basically, the reason I do these is for the younger guys out there. If you want to live a single lifestyle, save your money, eat good food, any of these type of things that it takes to get by on your own, because basically, you know, most women can't cook worth a shit or can't cook at all. And look, this isn't just a new thing, even though I think it's more predominant nowadays than it was, in the past. But, my first wife, I mean, yeah, she could make macaroni and cheese, most of the crap she got was prepackaged, just throw it in the oven and, yeah, TV dinner kind of crap and everything. And this was a Tennessee redneck, that you'd think at least she could cook, being brought up in that country type of atmosphere. And my second wife, she could cook, but she hated it. She didn't want to cook. She didn't like it, and she had a laziness about herself. Of course, when she applied herself, she could cook and did a great job of it, but that happened very rarely. And, I wish she would have gotten into it more, because basically she didn't have to work, and she had all the time in the world to do these things, but it was always, picking up Chinese food, a pizza, or, any of these things. And I think nowadays, with the younger women, it's even worse, because the women I had in my age group, and remember, I'll be 63 here in a few months, so the women I'm talking about are that age, or were that age, because I think both of them are dead. Well, I know my second wife, yeah, she passed away. My first wife, I think she did too. But anyway, they raised children that didn't get anything out of it. So men need to learn to cook. And look, women do too, but I don't see that happening. For some reason, I see that women have this entitlement of, they're too smart, too good, too pretty, too whatever you want to call it, to cook. Not only for themselves, but for a man too, or their family if they have children. Buying McDonald's and Burger King and Kentucky Fried, any of these places is garbage. This is garbage. And this is why children are turning out to be idiots and fat. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm opinionated, but I'm going to let it out here. And if YouTube doesn't like it, and, they've been banning my videos left and right here, or not banning them, but hiding them so nobody can find them. I'm going to put it on BitChute, which I'm having to upload independently, because somehow, for some reason, the automatic upload doesn't work for me anymore. So whatever the case may be, these videos are not meant for men that know how to survive, that know how to get on in life, that know how to cook, that know how to do things, that know how to repair or fix or cook, or do any of the things that it takes to survive in today's world. That's not what my videos are about. My videos are basically on the cooking end of it, are for younger men that keep saying that, well, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. It's easy. It's very easy. Instead of going and taking some chick out on a date, spending all your money at a high-end restaurant, buy some of this stuff for the kitchen, you know, go ahead and rub one out if you like. Uh, you'll end up ahead of the game. So, I just wanted to clarify that, this is not for men that are men that know how to survive. And, I really wish, women would get into it themselves too, for their own benefit and possibly for the benefit of a family. So, look, I will be making another meal tonight in the air fryer, which it's going to be something that I haven't tried before. It'll be a steak, but it'll be a frozen one, which I, looked up and how to make the best kind of steak in there, and, I got some information. I'm going to try it. Now, I've bought 3 New York strip steaks, and I'm going to make one and give it a try. That's how you find out what works and doesn't work. So, if you spend money on things like, cooking utensils or any of these things for the kitchen or your house or to make your life better, you're spending money for yourself, and yourself is a good cause. So, I wanted to do this little pre-cooking rant, just to clarify that this is why I'm making them. I mean, it's great to have people come in and say, oh, geez, hold on. Boy, that looks delicious, or yeah, you did a good job. But this isn't why I'm making these videos. And look, there are a lot of other videos on YouTube and BitChute that you can go to find out how to cook certain meals and, find out what you want, and you can cook them to your own taste, to your own liking. You know, don't ever say you can't do that. I mean, if you say you can't cook, that's pretty much like saying you can't get dressed and leave the house in the morning. It's kind of stupid and pathetic. I think men need to grab their balls again to make sure that they have them. And, yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, but in this gynocentric society we live in, I think men have lost the faith in themselves. But don't do that, gentlemen. Don't lose the faith in yourself. You have it in you, and you'll be better off. Believe me. I mean, look at all the top chefs in the world. They're all men. They're all men. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe there's a woman or two, but not, for the most part. So, you can do this, and this is why I do these videos. So, anyway, we'll get on it here in a little bit. I'm gonna get the oven fired up, the air fryer, and we'll do that, and then we'll see how it comes out, and it'll be fine one way or the other. It'll be a survival tactic, and you do have to know how to survive in this day and age, because let me tell you, McDonald's ain't always going to be there for you, and eating that crap isn't going to be worth of shit. You're wasting your money. I mean, okay, I can get into that routine at another time and place, but all right, I just wanted to put that out there. That way I can clarify it, and we can go on from here. Okay, so until cooking time, talk to you then. Okay, now that my rant is over, let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. Yeah, I guess pun intended. Okay, I've got a New York strip here. It's about an inch thick. I really don't know what the weight is of it, but it's no longer frozen solid. It is frozen in the middle because I put it up in the refrigerator section this morning. So we're still going to treat it kind of like a frozen steak, but not quite as much time. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the air fryer. We're going to turn it on. We're going to put it to 400 degrees, and we're going to preheat it for, we'll preheat it for, damn it, there we go, okay, 5 minutes. I didn't want to reset it, and yeah, there we go. Alright, so it's 5 minutes at 400 degrees preheat, and then we're going to put it in. And all I've done is basically I've coated it with a little bit of the olive oil, kosher salt, some pepper, and garlic powder. And the only reason I used the olive oil on it was to make the seasoning stick on the meat. So in a couple minutes here, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to, do the same thing on the other side. I've already coated it with oil, and then we're going to put it in. I believe we're going to put it in for 10 minutes on each side, flipping it over. Even though this will be on the grid, that goes in the middle of that air fryer, and the air should circulate fine, but the heat element is on the top of this thing. So we're going to go from there, and then we're going to have some mashed potatoes with it, and some mushrooms that are in Worcestershire sauce, and they've been on the stove on low for about an hour now. That'll make them nice and tasty. And I did add Adolph's meat tenderizer to that, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and of course the Worcestershire sauce. And it's just a can of mushrooms, bits and pieces that you buy at the grocery store. So this is easy to make. The mashed potatoes I'm heating up. Those are real mashed potatoes, but I'm just heating them up in the microwave for the dinner. So this is going to be a very quick meal. And I did buy these steaks. It was a 3-pack for a very good price. They were on sale. So I've got 3 of them. One of them was really a bit larger than the other 2, which is fine. And that one's still frozen. So I'm going to have these, I'll have this tonight, and then tomorrow night I'll reheat the mushrooms and the mashed potatoes again and have the other steak. And I'll find out tonight how well it cooks frozen like this. Now the other one's already kind of de-thawed on the top shelf of the refrigerator. I'm not going to refreeze it to find out, but I will do the last one totally frozen. So we'll find out how this works out. It should be pretty good because, like I said, the center of this thing is still pretty frozen. Okay, we'll carry on when I get going on it. Alright, so it's in. We're at 10 minutes at 400 degrees to start with. This is one side, and I'll do 10 minutes on the other side. And then we are going to let it rest a little bit, and hopefully we don't have to put it in for longer. So far what I've seen is totally frozen, 12 minutes per side, and this is on the middle rack, right on the grill part there, And I have put down aluminum foil on the bottom, which seems to be blowing up. I don't think that that is the greatest idea. I thought it might hold down, but somehow the airflow is not going to work properly with that aluminum foil on the bottom. I just wanted cleanup to be a little bit more convenient, but I don't like that airflow not moving properly. Anyway, we'll see how this turns out, and we'll let it go from there. So, alright, so there it is, 10 minutes. And it seems a little bit on the medium well side. Good taste. But however, we'll see. You know, I can eat a steak medium, medium well, even medium rare. So to me, this is good. The fat has gotten nice and crisp, and yeah, it feels kind of medium well. But we'll see when we cut into it. So we'll give it a few minutes, and we'll cut into it and see how that looks. All right, it's been sitting for about 5 minutes. I'm going to cut right into the thickest part of it. We'll take a look at what it looks like. Oh man, nice and pink in the middle. Good coloring on the outside. Yeah, doing these frozen is definitely the way to go. Or, you know, partially frozen at least. So this was 20 minutes cooking time. To prepare everything took me about total a half an hour. So yeah, big deal, and this is one hell of a good meal, which the potatoes and the mushrooms will be of course left over for tomorrow night when I make the other one. And let's get a close-up of that. I guess we should. Here you go. If you can see that in this lighting. Ooh, and that juice. My God, that. Ooh, boy. Okay. I'm going to eat. And I feel sorry for somebody that can't do this. Or doesn't want to. Whoops. Okay. All right. That's it. There you go, kiddies. Learn to cook.